Life is weird.
Super weird.
So, what did we decide to do with our fascination for the strange and unusual?
We made a podcast about it. This is Weirdify. Now,
let's get weird. Is it happening?
It's happening.
It's begun? It has begun?
It's begun.
Wow.
You guys, our podcast... No, we're not going to not be able to speak. Not be able to speak. Okay. Our podcast fort has fairy lights.
Yes, it does.
Sorry, it was kind of hidden because I was leaning back and like the blanket that's on top of it was kind of blocking it. And I can't help but stare at them.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway.
I had Christine's help. She was helping me hot glue them all on the other night. And Alex was helping, and it was a
group effort. Awesome.
It was very fun.
It looks amazing in here. Even better than last time.
Yeah, right? It's improving.
It's improving.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
Indeed.
So,
welcome to Weirdify. My name's Amanda.
My name is Haley.
Thanks for joining us again.
Oh, they're so pretty. Sorry, I'm so distracted. I
Haley
feel like
can't stop staring at the lights.
I can't.
I know.
They're
they are
just
beautiful,
so
though.
Cute.
They really are.
It's a very happy place.
It is.
Yeah, it's better than the outside world because I don't know if you're aware, but aliens exist.
Oh, I was aware. In my brain, I knew. In my heart, I knew.
I know, but like an Israeli security general legitimately was like, we have been in contact with the extraterrestrial federation or something. And basically, we as humans have been in contact. Mm-hmm. And they responded that we as the human race are just not ready to fully interact, to see them, to truly know about them. Well, but they're just as intrigued about us, apparently, as we are about them.
But so then why do some people get to know? Or like how is what makes him ready? Or
okay, so remember like Project Pegasus? There was like government run programs to try to interact with extraterrestrials. So the government's the one that's doing this. It's not just one Israeli like security guard. Mm-hmm. He's just the one that spoke out about it. So our government, their government, different places. Yeah. And then remember when I'm ready. Remember when I told you about the monolith?
Don't speak for all of us. I want to talk to some aliens.
Well,
all right. Okay.
I might be a little too scared. We'll see.
Why?
Because that's. I feel like
they're saying that about us? I'm not scary. You're not scary. We would be nice.
I know, but
so I want to assume that. I don't want to assume that it's gonna be like the movies and they're gonna come with their spaceships and
fry our heads or turn us into chihuahuas like in Mars Attacks.
I definitely don't want to be a chihuahua. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but remember when I was telling you about the monoliths? The monoliths.
Hold on. Yes.
I like how I'm like, the monoliths. You know, the monoliths.
Yeah, just keep repeating it and that
change it, whether or not you remember or not. So the first one was found in Utah in November 18th, I think it was. And since then, there's been one in Romania, I believe, and then the one that showed up here in San Diego.
Okay.
And they're disappearing within days of being found. Yeah, I just read on here, though, that apparently in Pennsylvania there was one that popped up, but it was just intentionally placed by a candy shop owner who was trying to attract attention to a small business.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's kind of cute. That's endearing. But also, why?
I know. I was like, what a troll. That's really taking advantage of the situation. But
that's funny. I like that guy.
My main thing I wanted to say was that apparently it's been outed that the governments have been in contact with extraterrestrials. I mean, obviously, I think that we all kind of knew.
Well, I mean, if you think about just like one guy coming forward and outing, like what about all these people who are like, yeah, we've been in contact with aliens? I mean, that's outing too. Like,
yeah.
You know?
I don't know. But apparently it's like been out and they actually responded, like the extraterrestrials, and were like, y'all aren't ready. And I was like, well, obviously, if we can't handle a pandemic, we're certainly not ready to meet like extraterrestrial beings.
Yeah. So they would come from how far? From where?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
I don't know all that information.
I
just know a little bit. But
okay, well now I know a little bit more too.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to do some digging into aliens again now.
Be careful, because they're watching. They might be like, you know what, this Amanda chick seemed real cool.
I am cool. Everybody's watching, so what's the alien watching me?
Yeah, that's true. Aliens might be nicer than the government. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, the government hasn't been mean to me, but I know they're watching.
They watching. They listening. Mm-hmm. They monitoring.
What's up, government?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How are you, government?
How you doing? How you doing? 2020 got you down. Don't
How's
worry,
it
it's
going?
almost over.
It's almost there. Oh, I'm ready for the new year.
Yes, I think the world is.
Yeah. I'm hoping 2021 is going to be somewhat what 2020 should have been. Obviously, I know that the repercussions of like what's gone on this year are going to continue and trickle into next year, but I'm really hoping for it to be
Better.
It
will be.
Yeah. I mean, we can only go up from here.
Nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up. Oh, gosh. The world is crazy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Which I guess is a good segue into our topic.
Yes, which you seem to announce every week, and I would love that. So what is our topic?
You want me to announce it? Oh,
sure.
Do you want to announce it?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that was a bad thing that I announced.
No. I said I love that, so let's just carry that trend.
Okay.
I don't know. I like it.
Okay, well, we are going to now talk about some not so maybe delicious food, or maybe delicious, weird food. Sorry, I have something in my eye. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I also didn't. Oh my god.
Do you want eye drops?
No.
Okay.
I think it was an eyelash that was like folded into my eye.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna sit here and just do that.
Okay.
We can cut all that out.
I don't know if we should.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Everybody gets eyelashes in their eyeball.
I know.
But anyway, yes, we're doing weird food.
Weird food. And Haley gets to lead the way this week?
Yeah. And it's gross.
Okay.
A lot of this. I mean, I don't want to say it's gross because in certain cultures, obviously, like, we eat beef and stuff, and that's considered, like, gross and wrong. And so I don't want to, like, insult these dishes, but me...
Oh, of course.
Me
no.
personally...
And when we say, like, weird foods, it's not in an offensive way. This is not what we eat.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting and fascinating and, you know, strange to us or gross to us, just like a lot of probably our food is weird, strange, and gross to other people, too.
Yep.
You know, it's like we don't mean any offense, but that's why we're here. We want to talk about it because it's interesting and funky and, oh, my God, I'm going to be sick already. I can
know.
tell.
I have to reread these, and even doing research, I was like...
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So if you're slightly squeamish listeners,
yeah, just this whole episode.
It's not I wouldn't say it's super gross, but it's questionable.
Just and, buckle up.
Yeah. So maybe skip ahead to
No. Don't skip ahead to mine.
So this week I'm taking a trip under the sea. It is said to be better down where it's wetter and hotter under the water, but these dishes may make you agree with the mantra that fish are friends and not food.
Okay.
So, I couldn't find enough on one specific food to be able to put it into a full-on episode or story, so I did 4 different dishes. So the first one is the pufferfish. It's known as fugu in Japanese, bogeo or bok in Korean, and hetun in Chinese. And it apparently has been eaten for many centuries.
Okay.
The pufferfish contains lethal amounts of the poisonous neurotoxin tetrodotoxin, which is located in its inner organs, specifically the liver, ovaries, eyes, and skin. This poison paralyzes the muscles of the victim, but the victim remains conscious. And due to the paralysis, the victim remains unable to breathe and then eventually dies from asphyxiation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's really fun.
All you wanted was a nice dinner, and now you're dying of asphyxiation.
Yeah.
The fish obtains the poison by eating other animals, and the other animals actually are the ones that have high levels of the bacteria that carries the poison. So they themselves are not poisonous. It's just what they eat.
Okay.
And then their body essentially absorbs it.
Got it.
Because of this, the only chefs that can prepare it are those that have had rigorous training for at least 3 years and are therefore marked as qualified.
Wow.
The most sought-after species is the tiger pufferfish, which is actually the most poisonous of the pufferfish. The restaurant preparation is controlled by law, and over time, farmers have come up with a non-poisonous version, and they simply just keep the pufferfish away from the bacteria that gives them the poison.
Oh, okay.
So apparently they have come out with like a non-poisonous pufferfish.
Gotcha.
But as far as like catching them wild,
Not
they're still poisonous.
Idea.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that is the pufferfish.
Thank you. That was kind of awful, but kind of awesome. I love the old pufferfish.
No problem.
They're such cool fishies, too. I mean, the fact that they can just get so big, you know?
Yeah, they're not as cute. I mean, it looks like they're constantly smiling.
I know. They're
not
cute.
as cute when they're small. I like when they puff, but...
Oh, really?
But I do like that they're constantly just, like, in a little, like...
little happy?
Like
a little happy emoji or something?
Yeah, it does look like a little emoji.
That's true. I love that.
Okay, so my second dish, and I apologize for any of my pronunciations.
Okay, fair.
For the next few.
All right.
It's, I believe, called sanakji, or sanaki. It's a variety of raw dish that normally contains long-armed octopus called nakji in Korean, which...
And they're served raw.
Yeah. Which is... nakji in Korean translates to baby octopus, and simply because it's a size comparison compared to the giant octopus, so it's not like actual little baby octopi, it's just a smaller version of the giant one.
Okay.
Because when I first said that, I was like, they just take the babies and they just chop them up and serve them. It's just really sad. But no, it's just a smaller species of octopus.
Okay, gotcha.
So essentially the octopus is killed immediately before being cut into pieces and served with sesame oil and toasted sesame seeds. And what's weird is because they're killed so close to the time they're cut and served, when your plate arrives, the pieces are still moving.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like seafood at all.
I know.
So that just sounds like my actual worst nightmare.
Yeah, I watched a video and it just looks weird. It looks like the arms look like they need to belong on an octopus because they're moving so intensely.
Yeah, generally, like what I think of like my dinner plate, I don't think of it moving.
Right.
So
normally,
but obviously this is totally up some people's alleys.
Yeah. So the octopus contains 2/3 of its neurons in its arms. So even when they're disconnected from the body, they still perform reflex actions despite not having any messages coming from the brain. So hence why they're still moving so vigorously on the plate when you eat it. The dish does pose a choking hazard, though, due to the fact that since the reflexes are still going...
It can suction your throat?
Yes!
Oh, God!
The suction cups will often stick to the consumer's throat as they attempt to swallow.
No!
I know.
That is so awful.
I mean, they're bites. They're like bite size, but they're like... I mean, they're probably about like, I don't know, 2 inches.
Big. It doesn't matter. It's not going down my throat.
On the video, like obviously the arm itself is moving, but then you can see the suction cups like expanding and like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last fun fact is I did read, although it is uncommon, sometimes an entire live octopus will just be eaten whole.
Oh, cool. Why even bother cutting it if you're just going to eat the whole thing anyways? Cool. That's cool.
To each their own.
Yep.
So that is sanakyi.
Okay.
The third one is a little short, pretty self-explanatory, but still not my cup of tea. So this one is so hard to pronounce, but shirao no odarigui.
All right.
And shirao are small, transparent fish that diners just simply eat while they're alive. It's usually served in a bowl with a raw egg, so they'll just slurp it like a shot. And the fish will just wriggle around in their mouths.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
And that's actually how it gets its name, because odarigui means dancing meal. That's short and sweet.
All right.
Still not my cup of tea, but...
Yeah, or cup of fish.
Or cup of fish. Or cup of fish.
No, thank you.
And then my last dish is probably the one that makes my stomach turn the most.
All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Not the raw fish and raw egg. Not the octopus going down your throat and sticking into your... It gets worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just gross.
Okay.
I personally think. The fourth one is shirako. And it is a Japanese dish that resembles a creamy sauce or mayonnaise.
Oh, no.
But it is actually cod milt, which milt is just a fancy term for fish semen.
Oh, cool. That's really cool. Wow. And do they like put it on their sandwiches? What do you put?
No, it's not like a spread.
Oh, okay.
So essentially...
You said mayonnaise, so that's where my mind went.
It looks like mayonnaise.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
I looked it up and think of the squeeze mayonnaise. And when you squeeze it out, it's just in kind of a rope of mayonnaise. That's kind of what it looks like, but it's just fish semen.
What are they jerking off the fishes? How do they get this? Is it in a sack in the fish?
I did see on Wikipedia, and there was a picture of a dude like holding a big salmon under his arm, and it literally looked like it was like squirting it like the nipples on an udder of a cow.
Oh my gosh.
You know, in movies where they like shoot it into like people's mouths, that's what it looked like. It was just a stream of essentially, I guess, just semen.
Oh my gosh.
And the guy's just like holding a test cup. It was really weird, but it was like what popped up when you type in like milt on Wikipedia. So I assume, yeah, they just jack it. I don't know.
All right.
They didn't tell me that.
Okay.
It is normally a dish that's eaten in the winter because it's when the fish semen and apparently additional fluids that are taken from the fish are in season.
What does that mean? Like the semen's in season?
Yeah, like I guess it's
semen greetings.
I guess it's like, well, you know, semen greetings. Oh my god. I want that on a t-shirt yesterday.
Oh my god, me too.
Oh, Lord. So, fans of the dish do compare it to pig's brains in the French cuisine.
Sure, yeah.
And in that it has a smooth, velvety texture and then just a mild seafood taste, but apparently it's very rich in flavor.
Oh, God.
If I were to get brave and want to try it, I probably wouldn't try it. But if I were to be brave, I would probably just go for the tempura. Because obviously it's...
Fried fish semen?
Yeah, but it's like breaded in tempura flakes and then deep fried.
Fried fish semen?
I repeat.
Haley said, if I'm going to try it, it's going to be fried.
Well, at first I said, if I'm going to try it, I'm not going to try it. But I did feel ballsy. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are all my 4.
Those were wonderfully awful. I'm
Fish
super happy we ate
fish
before.
Fish are friends, not food. Please, expand our horizons and make us even more hungry.
Yes, please.
All of your fun
information. So I am going to tell you about a cobra consumption experience that takes us to the village Le Mat in Vietnam. Located just outside Vietnam's capital, it has earned the nickname Snake Village, where locals have been known for farming and catching snakes for about 900 years. Here, tourists and others alike can have a rather different meal experience, and one you're probably not going to stumble across. If you are eating these dishes, you've probably sought them out. Apparently, there have even been TV shows about the experiences that you can have here. There are an array of restaurants that you can choose to partake from in your unique meal experience, and each restaurant is going to have a slightly different menu than the next as far as how the dish is prepared. Just like anything, you can kind of take your own flair with it, right?
Okay.
But they do all have one thing in common. So let's walk through it. Once you've selected which restaurant you will be dining in, you will then select the living cobra that you would like to consume. Once your snake has been selected, the snake handler will slice open your snake and take out the heart. Then
Okay.
he will turn the snake upside down and drain its blood into a glass. And what these places are known for is serving you a vodka shot with the still beating heart.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you take a shot of a beating heart, and that's
in the cup of blood?
Yeah, actually some places give you a chaser of cobra blood and vodka to chase your beating cobra heart appetizer. Your face is so... I know, it's awful, right?
I mean, I know that every week I don't know what you're going to do, but this is not where I saw this going. But please continue.
Okay, I shall.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So once they've drained the snake, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. So these restaurants will make any number of snake dishes, boil it, fry it. I saw a lot of places had snake spring rolls. I don't know, bake it, saute it.
Well, apparently it tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I mean, the snake meat itself, like, it doesn't really sound that bad. I mean, as far as that part goes.
You've cooked rattlesnake at the river before.
Yeah. I mean, that part doesn't seem crazy. It's the...
Yeah, the other part.
Yes. There was a few blog posts that I saw, but one in particular, it was called Life Part 2 Live Your Dream. A man named Jonathan Look sought out this experience, and his post is vivid and pun, not easy to stomach. but it was very well written and a good read. And he was served a shot trio, and this is kind of like the common. Okay, Yeah, she's
One is bad.
No, it's...
2 is worse.
Well, so...
3 is no.
Okay. So you have the heart.
Okay.
And then you get a shot of vodka to take with the heart. Or some places do, like I said, the blood vodka. Or they'll just do a shot of blood and a shot of vodka. And then there's 1 shot of cobra bile.
Oh
and
my
vodka,
God.
Which
Gross.
everywhere I read says it's yellow. So just...
Oh,
yeah.
gross.
Yeah. Yeah. This is so bad. Okay, we're almost done. So I read that apparently in ancient times, the villagers would use bile and blood from snakes to cure headaches and sore throats and bone problems. Mm-hmm. So that's where the tradition stems from. And the whole village has a very rich history with snakes, too. Mm-hmm. And while, yes, it's rather extreme, a good size cobra can feed 6 to 8 people, and the entire snake is consumed. So if you have the stomach, check out Snake Village.
No, thank you. So I have a question.
Okay.
So cobras are poisonous. Mm-hmm. Is that venom in their blood?
Yeah, so I did read that, like, I guess there's a chance that you could get poisoned, but it's never happened. And my guess, which is probably wrong, is that when it bites you, it goes directly into your bloodstream. But maybe when you eat it, it affects your body differently.
Yeah, or there's
or it's being cooked, and so maybe that cooks out.
Or there's like glands or something that are specifically attached to the teeth that produce the venom versus it being in the bloodstream of the snake. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your dad would probably know.
Yeah, he probably would.
Jim?
Dad?
Are you listening?
Jimothy.
Jim.
Yeah, so...
I won't be seeking that out.
No, me neither.
But, I mean, it sounds interesting. It sounds like a very...
It's very touristy.
Yeah.
You know,
it
a lot
sounds
of
like
people
an interesting
go there
time. And I mean, it stems back from a long line of history.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's definitely, you know, like I said, like it began, or, you know, back in the day, they would actually use it for these intended purposes. And it's not really about that anymore. It's, you know, for the adrenaline rush or whatever. But it's definitely an intriguing dining experience.
Oof.
Yeah. I wanted to end the episode, though, with dessert.
No. No.
Because it felt appropriate, too.
Okay.
This is not bad. This is actually wonderful.
Okay.
And I think your husband will appreciate. So amongst chocolate-covered crickets in Thailand and wasabi ice cream in Japan, there is the tavuk gagzu in Turkey, which is a Turkish rice pudding. And you know I love rice pudding.
Yes. Yes, you do.
So it's now considered a signature dish, and the dessert actually dates all the way back to the Ottoman Empire. The dessert consists of rice flour, cinnamon, sweetened milk, and chicken.
Interesting.
Yeah, and tavuk gagzu actually translates directly to chicken breast.
Okay.
Yeah. So it apparently originates from a Turkish sultan who woke up in the middle of the night wanting something sweet, but I guess
Savory?
No, I guess that whoever, like the maids or whatever, didn't have anything sweet. And so they kind of just worked with what they had. And so the chicken goes through this process where it gets basically turned into powder and then put back into the mixture.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And honestly, I mean, it looks delicious. When you look at them online, they're these little pudding rolls, and then they're decorated with cinnamon on top, so you can have fun pictures on them, like leaves or, you know, a heart or something. So it's definitely like a sweet treat, and some places I read said the chicken is very mild.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's my happy weird food ending, so that we didn't have to end with Cobra Hearts.
Thanks. I've never heard of that, but I mean, I just assumed it was just like chicken breast, like shredded and blended into rice pudding. So that was
they like pound it or something
but it turns into a powder.
I guess so. I read a couple places that they turn it to a powder, or that they just beat it really fine. Yeah, it's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a little bit of a short episode, but I learned a lot.
I did too.
My stomach's doing flip-flops, which is not fun, but...
I learned there's still not a seafood I'm intrigued to try.
Really? After all that?
No,
you're not intrigued?
I'm super good. Yeah. I'm going to pass on those. How about you? Want some Cobra?
No.
Okay. Well, we can get some
No, I even...
Turkish rice pudding.
Yeah. That I would try. I even pussied out at the river.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like probably a 6-foot rat. Well, it was a rattlesnake, but it's like a 6-foot rattlesnake. And they had just obviously done the usual, like chop its head off with the shovel. And they would just put it on a spit and asked if I wanted any. I was like,
no.
But I'm the kind of person, like, I watched it get decapitated, and I can't go fishing and, like, eat the fish that are caught because I, like, watch them get deboned and, oh, yeah, I just can't do it. I know you wouldn't eat any of it, but.
This is true.
Yeah. But no cobra shots for me.
Yeah, no, same. I'm going to pass on that. No, thank you.
No.
I'll save those for the daredevils.
No. Ugh.
The adrenaline pinchers.
Yee.
Well, I guess that was a short and sweet one, guys.
Thanks
for tuning in, though.
Yeah. But it's not about the size. It's what you do with it.
Thank you, Haley, for making it perverted.
It's my trademark.
It really, truly
We're either going to get real inappropriate or we're going to get real dark. Those are my options.
Yeah. Yeah, those are your roads.
Yeah.
You
somewhere there's like a little bit of like a little fart of happiness in the middle, but otherwise.
It's the Disney in you.
Yeah, it is the Disney in me. Hence my super corny Disney references at the beginning of my story, because obviously.
I mean, and in every episode, because we both just love it so much. So.
You know, it's interesting because it always just seems to go there. I never intend for it to, except for like when I like am pulling out, I'm like, Amanda, there's gonna be a line. I hope you get it.
It's not that it there doesn't have to be an intention. It is so ingrained in us that it's just like second nature.
It is. It's like a second language.
Yeah. My mom was telling me that. Well, I'm sure it's closed now, but the California Adventure was open for free, and it was just an extension of Downtown Disney.
Oh,
because they're not doing the rides, so they just opened restaurants and stores.
Oh, interesting. And I didn't know that. I knew it had. I knew the Hollywood backlot had opened, but I didn't know that it was free. I mean, I guess I don't know why people would pay for not the amusement of an amusement park, but
yeah, no, she had a friend do this. I seriously teared up. She made this beautiful post about her family going up there. Aww. And she was just like, yeah, you know, if you go with the intention of, you know, waiting to go into stores instead of waiting to ride rides, you'll have a good time. And she's like, it was a little bit of the magic that we've all missed, and just it was so sweet, and I was just tearing up, and I was like, I want to go to Disneyland so bad. I want to go to Disneyland so bad.
I know, it's really, really sad. I just read a post today about how like 28,000 employees
they laid off a shit ton of people. It's awful.
It just, my heart goes out to all of them.
Anybody affected by this pandemic.
Yeah. But it is nice to have a little bit of that magic.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Well, and I thought it was so cool that they made it free, because it's like, how can you can't really charge people.
Exactly.
How are you going to charge people?
Yeah. Then you're getting just a little greedy.
Yeah. So I guess she said there's like a parking fee of like $10 or something. And that's
which is better than the normal 20.
And then and then you can just meander between.
That's cool.
Downtown Disney.
I would do that.
California.
That's fun.
know, but I think they're closed now because we went up a tier.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so maybe one day.
I know. It's been so long.
It really has.
Oh, and it's been closed this whole time. And then I'm like, Walt Disney World's just like bopping along, doing
what's up, Florida? Oh, love you guys.
Hope you're living your best. Because we're over here crying
California
in a corner.
Is like, let us out.
Please let us out. Oh, man. That was gross.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite of mine?
No.
No? They're all just equally horrible? Not like a favorite, like you're like, I'd actually be really intrigued to try that, but just like one that you're like, ew.
The octopus?
The moving octopus?
I think so, yeah. That was definitely a lot.
Yeah,
and
it got to you with the suction cup part, right?
Oh god, yes. That's like no, I can't think about that. It freaks me out. And then do you choke and die? All for a meal? It's awful.
It's like being able to choke, but it's suction, so you can't cough it back up.
Oh my god, yeah. Let's change the subject. Hope you guys enjoyed food. We might not touch back on this one for a minute.
Yeah, or longer than a minute.
Well, write us in your weird food stories to cover.
Yeah.
And if you had any other strange topic suggestions, you can submit them on our website, weirdifypodcast.com, under the Make Contact tab. If you have a weird story you want us to cover too, you can send it there. You can also find us
on Instagram at Weirdify Podcast. And there we'll start posting a little snippet. There's like a little kind of
teaser.
A little teaser trailer for
Reel you in.
the upcoming episode. And then obviously that's where we'll post fun things. Like once we finalize our podcast for it, you can see what we're talking about with the fairy lights and the plants and just our cozy little hideaway. Yeah, and there's just a whole bunch of fun stuff on there. We also now have
a Twitter. So tweet us at Weirdify Podcast. What's up, y'all? We would love to hear from you.
Ooh, yeah.
And we will see you next time. Until then,
keep
it